this. Someone flips me a back body. So it's another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Green Diamond Boxing, hosted by iBoxingHub, proudly sponsored by D-Rock. Please check out the clothes on their website if you haven't already, and add promo code iBoxingHub24 for 40% discount on all their clothing. My name's Aiysha, and my guest today is British and Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion, Mr. Issac Chamberlain. Hi, Issac. How are you?
What's up? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's great to have you on. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for giving us your time today. How was your day today? You must have been busy after training.
Yeah, I was up at 5 o'clock today, 4:50 a.m.
Wow.
Training, done my sessions of the day. Had to do some media stuff today as well.
Oh, really? Wow.
And now I'm here.
Yeah, cool. So I want to take you all the way back. I want to know everything from day one. I've been watching a lot of your interviews, watching a lot of the videos that you've done in the past. So you were born and brought up in Brixton, obviously living with your family. How many siblings do you have? Because I think I've only met 2 of your brothers. I don't know if you've got any more.
I have 6.
So you're one of 6?
Yeah, and I'm the oldest, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't know that you had so many siblings.
Yeah.
Oh, how many sisters do you have then?
I have 2 sisters and 4 brothers.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so there's 4 guys and 2 girls, or is it like you've got 4 brothers and 2 sisters? There's 7 of you, or there's 6?
Yes, 7 of us, all of us together.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's a big family. I had no idea you had such a big family.
I know. I'm the oldest, and obviously I'm the one. It's me with, I'm the one with my dad, and obviously the others is with my mom and stepdad.
Oh, okay, fine. So like a lot of responsibility for you then growing up.
They call me the bank.
They call you the what?
The bank. Always asking for money.
Yeah, I know that feeling actually, being called the bank.
So jarring.
No, I agree, man. So in a previous interview, you mentioned that your mum took you to a boxing class to prevent you from like getting into trouble when you were younger. Yeah. I guess when she first did that, I presume that she had no idea you'd actually become a professional boxer.
Yeah, my mom she brought me to the gym because obviously when I was young, like 11, 12, my cousin, he just done his GCSEs, he was heavily involved in gangs, he got stabbed in the heart. And obviously it was a very sad time for the family. And my mom brought me to the gym and she was like, oh, please do something with this child because I don't know what to do, because obviously I was going down that road, innit? Obviously you start to become a product of your environment, and I just fell in love with the gym. I saw the sweaty gym walls and the smelly gloves, and I was like, people were punching each other and not getting in trouble. I was like, yo, what's this? This is mental. And I just fell in love with it, and I just kept consistent. And, when I was young, I had low self-esteem, and boxing gave me confidence, it allowed me to express myself. So I'm very, very thankful for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then like being involved in gangs and stuff like that, obviously there is still a lot of that culture in London. There's knife crime, things like that. I guess some people get pulled into it more than others. Like I'm born and brought up in South London. I'm from Lewisham, but I have never even seen that side, even though it's been happening in Lewisham, obviously. It's been happening in South London everywhere. But I guess because of me being a woman, being, brown woman, Muslim, maybe it's also like certain demographics of people that get pulled into it, even when you don't want to be. Would you agree with that and say that it's kind of like some people are targeted to be part of this?
Yeah, or it's just when I can only speak from my point of view, and like you just at the start everything is just fun. You grow up, you're all friends in the same area, and maybe we do get targeted, but you never think of it at the time. You just think, you're just friends hanging out and whatever, but then one thing leads to another and then it just gets worse and worse,
Yeah.
At the time you just think everything is fun and just whatever.
Yeah, until you start like maybe getting into trouble stuff, and then you're like, oh gosh, this is not right. What do you think that people would need, or what you would have needed at that time to maybe not get into?
Maybe more youth clubs and more mentors, more people to say that you can do something, because Delroy from Miguel's boxing gym, I always remember he always said, listen, Isaac, you can be a champion. You can be something. You can be something. And I always kept coming back so I can hear those words of encouragement again. Because I never had those words of encouragement from anyone. My mom, parents, not teachers, nobody. So that's why I kept coming back to the boxing gym to hear that. And obviously that helps me so much. So if that helps me, it could help so many kids out there just to hear you're doing well and you can do something big.
Yeah, and have you been doing some youth work before, or are you still doing any youth work now?
Yeah, I'm still doing a bit. I'm helping out with charities. Even after We Boxing Club, there's on Saturday. And with the kids, trying to help out as much as I can. We have some openings and events that's going to be happening in April, giving out gloves and things to the kids. Just to give them that kickstart, because obviously it's hard, like starting boxing. You don't have no equipment. Do you know what I mean? I used to use everyone's gloves. I used to use the gloves that were under the ring, the leftover gloves. Like I used to do all of that. And to have somebody that's just looking out for you and knowing that if he can do it, I can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was, man. It's just the story's been crazy.
It's actually so inspirational to watch. I was watching back on, you've done the Straight Out of Brixton video ages ago. You looked so young. Oh my God. And then your brothers look so young. Like, whoa.
Yeah, so young and innocent. The journey's been crazy. The journey's been mad.
Yeah. What would you say to yourself then if you were to go back 5 years, 10 years?
Boy, I'll say just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going no matter what. You have to keep going. The sun rises every day, so you must keep going no matter how you feel. You know what I mean? No matter what happens. A very famous quote from Inky Johnson, that's always stuck in my head, is, can you be committed to the process without being emotionally attached to the results? So if you don't get what you want, can you still be that same hard worker? And you still be grafted all out with it no matter what? Even though there's setbacks, even though things happen that are out of your control, even like whatever happens, can you still be that same hard worker? Because it's easy to get derailed. It's easy to get, forget this, I'm not doing this no more, whatever. That's easy to do. But to keep going under all circumstances, that's very, very difficult.
Yeah. How do you do it?
You just do it. Sometimes everyone always thinks like, oh, it's such a difficult process. But sometimes you gotta just look in the mirror and say, listen, this is not happening anymore. And you got to build and forge that mentality of, no matter how tired I am or whatever, the discipline has to be there to carry you through. The habits that have been instilled in you. You know what I mean? Like my morning, if you win the morning, you win the whole day. So that's why I do morning, my S&C, my running and stuff, it's all in the morning. So if you win the morning and you get that out of the way, you've basically controlled the day.
Yeah, you're so right about that, and it's all about what time you sleep, really. Because it's just, if you don't sleep on time, and you don't wake up on time, and the next day is just,
normally I sleep about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay, and then you're able to wake up at like what, 4:30?
4:50 in the morning.
Okay, wow, gosh, and that's your everyday, is it?
Yeah, but I do nap though. I nap in between.
Okay.
I have to nap.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is it like power naps, like 10 minutes?
No, it's like 45, 50 minutes.
No, absolutely. You need that time. You've been waking up at that time of the morning, then for sure. I wanted to ask you what your amateur career was like, and how many fights did you have in your amateur career? How long were you an amateur before you went pro?
Have a guess.
How long you were an amateur?
How many fights I had?
I think I heard you say in an interview that you had 9, but I was like, that's not a lot.
9 amateur fights.
Is that actually true? 9?
Yeah, it's true. Like obviously it was difficult to get fights and certain politics and stuff and things that were just, I don't know, it was just crazy. I just guess it's part of God's journey for me, you know.
Mm.
Sometimes, like normally, because obviously I started at like 11, 12 normally, and I had my first fight about 14, I think, in the junior novice championships. So they chopped me straight in. So I think, like, if it was a normal person, I probably would have had about 40 to 60 amateur fights. But unfortunately, it didn't go like that, and God had his own plans for me.
No, absolutely. Talking of which, I follow you on social media. I see every Sunday, and even in between, sometimes you might post something like from the Bible or like a quote or something. Were you brought up in quite a religious household, or did that come later on in life?
It was quite, I didn't get brought up in a quite religious household, but I think I found my faith a lot more, you know, through the trials and tribulations that I've been through, and things, you know. I've never had a normal boxing career, amateur or professional. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you just have to have gratitude and just be thankful for the things that you can do. You know, I'm still able to wake up and train and give my best and perform at my best. And that's not like, not everyone can do that. Do you know what I mean? Not everyone gets to fight on TV or make a lot of money and win belts and stuff. And I'm very fortunate that I've been able to do that. I'm very fortunate, and you know, it's not like I don't just overlook that. I don't just overlook that. And you know, there's been tough times, you know, after my losses and stuff, like to Lawrence, and the things that happened with my uncle and all of these things. And obviously that was very testing times, you know, and that's when God wants you to reach out to him when you feel like there's nobody there. That's how I felt in 2018, like them times there. And I was like, damn, how am I going to get out of this? Do you know what I mean? But rise again. But you can always rise again, no matter what you're going through. You can always rise again.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like what you said is just so true, because for me, like, our purpose in life is to build that connection with God, with your creator, and to realize and recognize that everyone and everything that's given to you is a gift from him. So whether that's your friends, your family, your money, your job, even like our own bodies, because we are souls and we are within an outer shell kind of thing. Is that something that you would agree with within your faith as well, that's the main purpose?
100%. Like, you live for him. It's not a thing of, you know, it's a funny one, because you know, as you get bigger in boxing and the fame comes and all of that, there's different types of distractions that you face. In the start of your career, it's like, you know, getting up to running, how am I gonna train, and and then you get to another stage, or this stage now is kind of like avoiding the distractions, avoiding the nightlife, avoiding girls that are trying to tempt you, and all of these things. So you have to kind of like be disciplined enough and know that, listen, like, why you're doing it, what's the purpose behind it, you know. And if God's blessed me with the talent and everything, and the work ethic and the drive that I have in my heart, I'm not gonna use it for worldly things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, so that's what I'm trying to do, and obviously build my discipline with it as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What kind of things do you want to like instill in your son? Obviously getting older, and he's 2 now, right? He's 2 years old.
Yeah, he's 2
So
years.
like, does he go to church with you? Do you want to get him into the habit of doing that as well?
He,
And
he does go to church with me, and it's just, I just want to let him know that you have your own path to walk, but this is a difficult road. Whatever way you want to go, if you want to be successful at anything, there's going to be highs and lows, and it's going to be a difficult path. So you're going to have to walk that path alone. As a man, you're going to have to walk it alone at one point. You know what I mean? So you just have to better equip them and just let them know that this outside world is brutal. You know, I can't just mollycoddle him and be like everything is okay, because it's not. He might be a bit too young to understand that right now.
Having that conversation with him in the gym.
Nah, not now. Like, he won't know.
Obviously, yeah.
But just to, you know, just to be a beacon of support, but not like control everything. He can go and do his thing, and I'll just be at the back, just just letting him know that I'm here if you need me, you know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But kids pick up so much, don't they? Like just watching you, watching what your routine is, the day to day, the training, being dedicated to what you want to do, your craft, like giving your time to God, giving your time to your family. Kids pick up so much that we don't realize.
Yeah.
And I think you just doing that routine and what you want to do with your life, it's just going to influence him regardless.
I hope so. You got to be relentless and ruthless with what you want, and I hope that can, like, whatever he wants to do, that I can instill that drive inside of him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going to ask Steve's question in a second. I just want to ask you about drive, because you just mentioned that. What gives you that fire in your belly to keep going?
Is but I think it's just in me. But another thing, just like, I'm a person, I would like to say that even throughout my all years of living, I've never actually had one regret that's been like, damn, I should have done this and I would have, and I'm really trying to keep it that way. There's obviously some things that's happened when it's been like, oh, damn, but it's never been like, I really regret doing this,
Right.
And I want to keep it that way, and I never want to look back at anything that I did and be like, oh man, I wish this, I should have done, I wish I'd done this, and I wish I did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I think. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm like this.
Yeah, you want a life with no regrets. That's understandable.
Yeah.
So Steve, Nutrus Caller, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for your question. Isaac, so when you were sparring Deontay Wilder, how difficult was it to cope with his power?
It wasn't even his power, it was his speed. He's very fast. He's very fast and explosive, and people don't even realize that. And because of his speed and explosiveness, that's what causes his power.
Right.
I mean, and he's only wild when he has you hurt. He's actually a very boxer, very tall, ragey, very strong, and people don't really realize that.
Yeah.
And it was mostly his speed that was hard to deal with, and more than anything. His power was his power, innit? But his speed was hard.
No, absolutely. Were you a bit shocked at the kind of outcome of his fight with Joseph Parker then?
Yeah, very shocked. I think everybody was shocked. But
I don't think everybody was shocked, but yeah.
I think he took some ayahuasca or something like that, or something that just takes.
Yeah, he was talking about that. Yeah.
So I think, like, you can't take all of these mad stuff and then expect to perform. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
So have you spoken to him afterwards? How's he doing?
No, but I tried to. Well, obviously, he's probably not feeling very happy. Like, I spoke to his S&C coach, and he was just like, "Yeah, we're good here, but we're gonna get a date soon. We're gonna get a rematch and stuff like that."
Yeah,
that's what they're working towards. But I don't know, man. It was a very weird fight, very, very weird fight, and I didn't really expect him to straight away start off the back foot and start boxing. He needs to do what he's good at, and he's good at finishing people.
Yeah. It was good to be there actually and watch that. It was really exciting. Thank you for anything blows. Big up Isaac. See you March 1st for Ollie's big fight in the UK, the Brixton gym. Okay.
Go on.
Supporting. Thank you. Last interview was iconic. Jam's boxing chat. Is the Vidal Riley fight happening anytime soon? Big up iBoxingHub. Thank you for joining Jam's Boxing.
Oh boy, I don't know, to be honest. They sent something and it's being negotiated with my manager. We've been having some back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then I saw him at the Aziz fight, and we done a little video with Boxer and stuff on camera. And I said, listen, he was poking the bear, and I said, all right, if you're with it, I'm with it now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, if you want it, let's go. April the 27th is there. Then he's all talking about, oh no, let's do it March the 31st. Then he's trying to backpedal now and all of these things. And I'm like, maybe they didn't expect me to just turn around and be like, do you know what? Fine, let's go. Let's fight. What's good? Easy. I don't know, man. Maybe he's just not built like that. He's like, the offer is there. I have all the domestic belts in the country. Like, you want to fight or what? Do you know what I mean?
So sport, is it? Just waiting to see what comes out.
Yeah, I'm just, my manager, Mick Hennessy, he's sorting everything out. And
Cool.
I'll just hear from him soon.
Yeah, so let's hope for an announcement soon on your next fight. I'm looking forward to that. So you've had 16 professional fights up to now, only 2 losses. Would you say that Chris Billow-Smith has been your toughest opponent to date?
Yeah, It's
Yeah.
probably the opponent. Look at the fight. The fight
The
was
fight, yeah.
Yeah, the fight was crazy. But I learned a lot from that fight.
Mm.
Obviously, it was perfect timing for Chris, basically, because he had 2 tough 12 rounders with I forgot his name, the Irish guy Tommy McCarthy, and then so it's a lengthy fight with Bergeron, I think, and so he's been active doing 10 and 12 years. And obviously, my last fight before fighting CBS was Prasevich. I knocked him out in a round. Before that, I knocked out the other guys in a round, and you know what I mean. So it was a very difficult fight, but
Yeah.
my mentality, I was just like, you know what, let's go. I didn't even care about my eye injury. I didn't care about nothing. I was just like, let's go. What? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to know more about that. So it was in round 3 that you got punched
It was
and you
round 2.
got was it round 2?
Yeah.
And you got a broken bone. Like, what were you feeling in that moment? Did you go, oh gosh,
No, the adrenaline in it, the adrenaline and everything, and I felt like I couldn't really see the vision on my left eye. I was like, oh damn, okay. But I was kind of like, I didn't really think. I never ever thought like, oh man, this is hard or this is tiring. I was just like, I need to get him. I need to get him. I need to fucking get him. I need to get him. I need to get him. And I was just like, bro, we can go to the end. I don't care. Let's go. I nearly had him in the last 30 seconds, which was absolutely insane. But, if it was any other fighter, I would have won. But it has to be one of the most toughest boxers in the world. You know what I mean? So
that was an amazing fight to watch. It really was.
yeah, definitely.
And Jam's Boxing Chat is saying, I think if they're rematched, then Chamberlain smokes CBS, in my opinion.
Go on. Hey, trust me, man.
It'll be a different outcome for sure, right? If you were to do that again.
Yeah.
Rico, big up to Rico. If Vidal fight doesn't happen, will you fight Chev or go straight for the European title? What are you thinking?
Do you know what? Initially, the plan was for the European, but if Eddie makes a good enough offer for Chev, then I would happily go over to Matchroom.
Yeah.
I have my belts and I will travel. You know what I mean? So there's no
absolutely. No, for sure. So it's just like whichever one comes up first, whichever one's got the best offer on the table, and you just go with that, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm just leaving the ball in Mick Hennessy's court.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Jordan, thank you so much for joining. What do you hope to achieve by the end of 2024?
End of 2024, definitely a world title. That's what I'm really planning.
Yeah.
We're already in February now. I got April 27th, which I'm definitely open to fight on. Then maybe July, and maybe October.
Okay, so maybe like three fights this year.
Big fights, and then we go from there. Hopefully a world title at the end of that.
Yeah.
We'll
see how it goes for sure. Yeah. So you were there on Saturday with the Boatsi Aziz fight. Yeah. How did you find that whole evening?
It was good. It was a really good spectacle, but the thing that just annoyed me was the slipping on the canvas.
Were they slips? Would you say they were slips? Yeah.
The ring was sweaty and messy, and I mean, so it wasn't. They should have cleaned it up a lot more. Now that cost Dan 2 knockdowns.
Yeah. No, that is unfortunate for sure. But yeah, great fight, and they're both lovely. Yeah, just really pleased for them both. Really that they managed to get that fight on, and it happened. Talk to me about Issac and Fury. What's your thoughts on that? Anything that's come up for you, or you're just like it just happens and just got to go with it?
I don't really take too much into that. I just thought, you know what, it happened. It's annoying because everyone was looking forward to that fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what happened, and you just have to wait, to be honest.
Mm.
You could think it's a, kind of fake or he's lying or whatever, but the fight's off, so you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. Would you like to maybe be on the Saudi card one day? Do you think you might want to go out there?
Yeah, very, very soon that could probably happen.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah, it would be good. It would be good.
That would be so cool. So I was going to ask you as well, because you've sparred with Usyk before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously you've moved up to heavyweight. Do you ever see yourself maybe moving up? Are you going to send that same clip that Eubank Junior sent?
I was laughing.
I was laughing on that one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
It depends on the money, really, but I really my division first, I conquer my division first and go from there, and then just see what happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what fights are you looking forward to that are coming up? Anything that's coming up for you that you're like, I can't wait to see that one?
My fight. Oh, what?
Yeah, outside of that.
No. Thinking. Obviously, I was looking forward to Usyk and
Fury, yeah.
Probably that's the only one, to be honest. I was just interested to see the styles and how Fury would deal with someone like Usyk. Yeah, it was just. Yeah, I was just looking forward to that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, same. Rico's saying that you're massive and you could make heavyweight easy.
Yeah, I'm not that big.
Yeah, what about the AJ Ngannou fight coming up? What are you thinking about
that? Yeah, that'll be a good fight as well. But I think Fury just didn't take Ngannou serious.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And I think AJ is going to take him serious. He's
probably for sure. Yeah. I mean,
AJ
Fury looked a lot fitter now this time around. If you see the comparison, I think someone did a comparison online. Oh gosh, yeah, it looks totally different person. But yeah. Okay, Jam's saying Zhang versus Parker should be a good one though.
Oh yeah. Zhang is actually very underrated. He is a bad man.
Yeah.
I think he's a very good fighter and he can punch properly. He can properly punch. So I think that he's a dark horse in the heavyweight division. They need to mention him more.
No, that would be a really good one to watch, and I can't wait to watch that one. I was going to ask you about Richard Riakporhe and CBS. Now, I think you've spoken a bit about like both of them before, but do you have an estimation of who might win, how they might win? Do you have anything like that in your mind? Or
I think, do you know what? Obviously, Richard is very powerful, and explosive. Like Chris Smith, the thing with him is he's very good at following a game plan, and Shane McGuigan will really try and give a good, make up a good game plan to beat. And I think the activity is obviously in Chris's favor because he's been more active.
Yeah.
I think Richard can definitely do a job on him. I think Chris is kind of open to right hands, and Richard has a very good right hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should definitely be interesting, Definitely should be interesting.
Definitely. I would actually really like to see, even though I like Chris, I would really like to see Richard win that. And I'd like you to then take Richard on. And I'd really love to see that fight.
Yeah.
I take Riakporhe knockout and relatively early. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Would you entertain the Okoli rematch? I hear he's back in the spring. Oh, is he? Rico knows all the news.
I heard he's moving up to bridgerweight or the junior that category.
Okay.
Back to cruiserweight, but who knows?
Okay, so you'd be open to a rematch with him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like this hugging style, man.
I know.
Oh mate, turn the TV off.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that, and it's just not nice for the fans as well to watch something like we would just want to see you guys box. Don't want to see people hugging for so many rounds.
It's annoying,
Chris BNG, big up to Chris. Isaac, what's your favorite Congolese dish?
Oh, probably taba.
Oh, I've got no idea.
Yeah, it's you already said it. Taba.
What's the other one?
Kwanga. It's like a. How do I even explain it? That's difficult to explain. Chris, you gotta explain that. I can't lie.
Can you explain the other one as well?
No, but it's like goat meat, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you with like onions and pepper.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah.
Do you cook?
Yeah.
Do you make Congolese food? Do you?
Nah, not Congolese food, but I just cook
Okay.
food I'm supposed to eat.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, for your training and stuff.
Yeah. That's the only ones I know how to do. Just my training dishes.
Yeah. And do you have you gone back to the Congo, or I don't know whether you visit there or with your family?
No, I've never been back before. I wanted to, but when I was young, my mum used to always say when I was being naughty that she's gonna leave me there.
Oh,
So
really? The threatening.
I never took the chance, where in the future, definitely I'd love to go back.
Yeah. No, cool. It'd be nice to visit somewhere like that, to be honest. I've never been there. But yeah, I think there's a lot happening there right now, isn't there? So there's a lot of people, not some great stuff happening there. So I think there needs to be more information about it. I don't hear about it at all.
Yeah, the news only show you what you wanna. They hide things and they show you what they.
Yeah, exactly. It really, really makes me annoyed that they just don't tell us what it is that's going on and how we can help. Do you know what I mean? Because apparently it's something to do with the things in our technology, in our phones and cars and stuff like that, that's causing part of the problem, but I don't know.
That's why they don't want to show it, because they'll think, I don't know, there might be some sort of outrage where nobody wants to use the technology.
Yeah, but I was asking Chris and Trey, what do I do? Do I just change my smartphone to a dumb phone now? Or what do I do? I want to help.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. But yeah, so really, really sad about what's going on there, and really want to raise a bit more awareness about what's happening and how we can help. So yeah, if anybody knows anything, please share it with me so I can also share it on social media. I'd love to do that. Isaac, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything that you want to share before we go? Oh, I've got a question from Rico. Would you fight Jai Opataya in the next 2 fights, or do you think you'd be ready now? Whoa.
Of course I would love to fight him, man. That's fighting for Ring Magazine world title. Obviously the heart in me will say I'll fight him now, but definitely in 2 fights time, why not? Of course.
Yeah.
That'd be a great opportunity, and I'm not gonna be it's not gonna be easy. Man's gonna be onto him. I'm gonna definitely coming to win as well.
Absolutely. That fight would be crazy, man. Honestly. Yeah, it would be absolutely mad, but a great one to watch for sure. Yeah, just so thank you so much, Isaac, for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining, everyone who's done comments and shared questions and stuff. Do you know what? I actually didn't even ask you anything about your gym. Obviously, every time I interview someone from Brixton Gym, I always ask about the trainers, because right? And I didn't ask anything about Bobby O'Connor this time around, or your stable and people that you train with. I did have a question with you, because you've had other trainers, haven't you? So Bobby's obviously not been your first. So the different kind of styles of trainers, and what is it about the trainers you have now that works well for you?
The attention to detail and the ability to adapt. As a coach, you need to be very flexible, I believe, and kind of, how can I say it, like adapt to your fighter and how your fighter, your fighter's style and their personality and all of these things that bring out the best in them, and they're very good at doing that. Do you know what I mean? They're very, very good at doing that, and a lot of people, the amount of work that they put in, a lot of coaches don't do that. That's why I'm thinking, sometimes I think, when these new guys, they want to come and work with Bobby and Connor, and I'm just what you're going to give them, they're not going to get that anywhere else. So you kind of stingy with your energy, you know what I mean? Because they are that good and they're that sophisticated, they're proper on it. And I'm grateful to have them,
Yeah.
To have them, even my SNC team, Rory and Ade, and my nutritionist, Lee Records. They're all very, very good people, and their attention to detail, they want to win. You know, some coaches are just like, oh yeah, whatever, win or lose, whatever. Coaches, they want to win. Like they want it just as bad as I do.
Wow.
Like, and I need to have people like that around me that are hungry, you know, because like you know, that's just me, and I'm only speaking me personally. Like I need to have people that are on it like me, you know, and they want to win the same way I want to win.
Yeah, because then you can confidently say at the end that it actually was a team effort. Like everybody did it, everyone put their, you know, part in it, and that's how you get the win as a team.
Yeah, even like during the fight week, like Bobby's cooking the meals for the fight. Like what other trainer?
Really? Yeah. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. He's a G.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So he wants to win. He wants the belt and the win and everything just as bad as I do. And I felt the passion that he had, especially when I was in that Lawal fight. He was kind of, yo, listen, he's telling me like, do it like this, please. Because I could see the pressure's on, bro. Like the pressure is on. When the pressure is on, you have to stick to the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And seeing how much it meant to him, and obviously me, it meant a lot to me as well. But how it meant to the whole team. Connor don't know how to hide his emotions. So see how much it meant to Connor. Like it's a lot. You know, it felt good. Everybody was. You know what I mean? Everyone was happy. And to have people like that is good, you know. Ollie and SMG and that, they're hard workers.
Yeah.
Like that, Vivian as well, hard workers, and you need people like that to push you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know? Absolutely. That's so cool. It's so nice to have that team and that, you know, it works for you and it works for you all, and you guys are like a family together, and it's just so nice to see it. And see you guys all winning. Yeah, so it's lovely. Rico's asking, would you sign with Eddie and leave Boxer to do it?
No.
There you go, Rico. Cool. I'm sorry, I've taken up more time than I was supposed to of yours. I was supposed to take up half an hour, but it's gone over. But no, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. So yeah, we'll catch up again soon. And yeah, just thank you everyone for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Come on, God bless. Thank you.
Bye.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now.